Uh, what the hell? What the hell? Here we go. Here we go. Sorry, guys. I forgot to go live. You didn't get to see the countdown this this time. Sorry about that, guys. All right. So anyway, welcome to the Scar Thumb Podcast. I'm the host, David, and this week, I get to reveal my Nintendo fanboy side. So we're looking over the Nintendo Direct that dropped this week. I was actually worried this week because, hey Jack, how's it going? Because I didn't think I'd have enough to talk about this week. Honestly, there hasn't been like any big DEI stories, or maybe there was, but I just haven't been on Twitter. Either way, that's a good thing. Uh, dang it. What's HBU mean? How? I don't know. I'll figure it out. But anyway, we're gonna go over. How about you? Okay. I don't text enough in shorthand. I've been doing great, Jack. Doing great. Got big Nintendo news going on. And I haven't been on Twitter, so that's also great. So let's get right into it and take a look at this trailer that they released. I love the style that this is the same style they used for Link's Awakening. I really think this looks good. And it has a cartooniness that really fits like the 16-bit era. So Link's, as he's going down, singular arrow, and Zelda frees herself. Just to run away. But it stops. Just like when you think about like the old Link to the, I kind of wish there was a Link to the Past remastered in this style, because it just looks. I think it just fits really well with how it looked back in the day with the sprites, but sort of like modern 3D style graphics. Echoes of Wisdom.
Hello, everyone. I'm Eiji Aonuma,
It's
producer
Eiji
of the
Aonuma.
Legend of Zelda series.
I like his shirt.
What you just saw was the latest installment, The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom. This time around, Link has vanished. Now, it's up to Princess Zelda to step into the protagonist role. You might be thinking, will Zelda fight with a sword then? Here, we wanted to create a new gameplay style that breaks conventions seen in past Legend of Zelda games with a top-down perspective. To explain more, please take a look at this video.
So this is, see, I don't mind them using Zelda for this game, since they decided, hey, we wanted to try something different. So I think that fits, not using Link, going with a completely different character.
Across the vast lands of Hyrule, strange rifts have appeared and have taken many people, including Link. Now alone, Zelda meets the fairy Tri.
Hey, X-Run.
Receives a mysterious staff called the Tri.
Functional podcaster. What shade is
to save her kingdom. By waving the Tri-Rod at
He's
a
got the
table
Tri-Rod.
Zelda learned how to create an imitation of it called
You're throwing
an
shade
echo.
at certain podcasters?
Once you learn an echo of something, you can recreate it whenever you'd like. Even if there's a wall blocking your path, you can create echoes.
Table.
Tables
What do
to
you
get a
bring to
leg
the
up.
table, huh? I am
Just like that.
the table.
You can create wooden boxes,
Also a
old
box.
beds, and unusual things like water blocks.
Water, but this is
Use them
Minecraft now.
separately or
Look how
together
Minecraft
is
this is.
entirely
Here's
up
some
to
water
you.
streams to come up.
Learn and create echoes of things you find while
Whoa.
exploring Hyrule. You might be
Now a
surprised
tree.
at what you discover.
To a trampoline? Whoa.
Even battles will look different. You could pick
The
up and
battles
throw a rock echo,
themselves.
for example.
This is actually one of the things I'm a little worried about, where you're not using a sword directly. Like, is it going to be a pain in the ass to fight stuff, or like, is it going to be long and drawn out?
That's not all.
Like, I like the idea of
Also
throwing
create echoes of monsters.
stuff
After
at
doing so,
people.
they'll fight by your side.
You know, like you got different. There might be a lot of different
Monsters
fun
have
ways
different
to
abilities, so choose the one you want to create based on the situation.
dispatch enemies.
Wisdom is key after all.
Wisdom is key, Lamau. A great joke. The wind-up Octorok here. I'm gonna go over it in more detail.
The fate of the kingdom is now in Zelda's hands.
How was that? I hope you
Looked
enjoyed
pretty
this
cool.
demonstration of the Echo ability, which channels Princess Zelda's wisdom. There are a lot of echoes in this game. To be honest, I haven't counted them
He's
all
even
yet.
counted all of them.
How you solve puzzles and battle enemies will change depending on the echoes used.
Me
In short,
too.
we've created a game where each player's experience will be different.
Like they got that ghoul that
The Legend
screams
of
at you.
Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom launches September 26th. A Nintendo Switch Lite system inspired by the
boy.
Legend of
You can buy more collect. Nintendo really knows how to milk its fans out of its money. They know how big their IP is. Like, hey, you want this light version with it's probably some crap painted that'll come off after 2 years of use. Oh, we got it. Though honestly, probably a lot of people are buying like, oh, just never take it out of the box. Let me go down. Well, let's break it down. The trailer here. We'll go on to Premiere Pro here. Let's make sure that looks fine. Okay. All right. Good. I just want to make sure the visuals look good since it's my first time using it. So, I mean, as far as like it's using Zelda as the protagonist is new and interesting. And I think it works. Some people are like, oh, is it woke? Is she going to be girl bossing? And then you always get that kind of dumb discussion in. But with it being a completely different game, or a completely different style of game than a normal Zelda game, I think it can work. Because obviously this type of gameplay is... I mean, you could put Link in this role, but I think it almost sort of fits since it's not like a direct... There's no direct combat, but rather you're trying to like puzzle solve. And this is also actually something that kind of worries me a little bit about the game. Like, if it focuses more on like puzzle solving or like using the echoes to get around, is this going to be a little tiring or a little more slow paced than? Because I mean, like, top down Zelda was ever like ultra fast paced, like breakneck gameplay. But is this going to be even slower? And it's hard to say. I don't know. Like, I think it's mostly going to come down to how smooth it is to change between echoes, and just how different they let you sort of solve these different puzzles. Let's see. I mean, the echoes are a cool idea.
Create it whenever you'd like.
Allows you
If there's
a lot of
wall
freedom.
blocking your path, you can create echoes of
Let's see
tables to
here.
get just like that.
Speed it up.
You can create wooden boxes.
Got wooden boxes here, beds.
Unusual things.
Whoa.
How you use them
The water blocks, like I said, this does definitely remind me of Minecraft. Though it is kind of worrying. Like, is this something I have to do like a lot when I want to move around? I have to put up a water blocks or a bunch of tables. Hopefully, it's not something you have to use a lot, and it's mostly kind of like the old Legend of Zelda games where like maybe you have to like hook shot over something occasionally or lift a stone. This was kind of interesting. If you look at this, the objects have different physics, and you could see you could use this. You can like just jump over this steam wall, or you could put a shrub in front of it and just walk past it. So this idea that one, you have different objects have different weights, which is kind of an interesting physics thing that might be used creatively in the game. And two, that they give you the option to solve these puzzles in different ways, I think is actually very cool. Where if you just want to hop over it or you want to just completely block it. I mean, obviously the shrub seemed like a much better option, but the idea that they let you solve it in different ways, I think, is really nice. I really always like when games give you different paths to solve these puzzles. I think it's just ends up making it a lot more interesting, a lot more enjoyable. When like you and your friend could come up with two different solutions. So it looks like from, if you look at the little fairy, has like right now it has 2 triangles, but I think it normally has either 3 or 4, and that might be an upgradable thing. But there's a limit on how many echoes you can have based on how many triangles this little fairy has. Pick up and throw a rock at so like you can put down a rock that the guy just runs into and attacks, and they could throw it at him. That's not all though. So like you kill that with the rock. Again, the combat is I think the one place that worries me. Like, is it gonna be boring or eventually get too repetitive to fight monsters rather than just, like sometimes like you just want to swing a sword at it, you just want to kill the thing. If you're fighting it for like the 20th time, is it really like fun to, I'm gonna summon 2 rocks and throw it at it? But with the echoes, maybe there's gonna be a pretty standard echoes that'll just get rid of it. Or they're like, maybe there'll just be enough echoes that it's different enough that you've got different creative ways to sort of kill these monsters that you're not going to get bored with it. So like summon the moblin, and this thing just swings and kills it. And they both use 2 of these echoes, so that's like your limit of 4. And it looks like this thing's already flashing, which kind of indicates that it'll disappear pretty quickly as well. I don't know how quickly you regenerate your sort of echo power, or these little triangle like Triforce type of pieces. Different abilities, so choose the one you want to create. Make it like move forward. That's good. So there's a lot of cool ideas here so this could be a very cool game. And at least it's different. I didn't play the Link's Awakening remake that was in this art style, despite the fact that I really love how it looks. But it's like I've already beaten like Link's Awakening twice. I don't need to play it again. I mean, it's great for people that have it. And then like you see it summoning the meat, and then you attract all these crows, and then it uses 2 echoes and then attacks 2 of them and misses like a piranha plant type of enemy. Really cool. It's all using decorative items, top Nintendo. Yeah, you can decorate the world. And then like you can see summoning an entire. Again, honestly, this stack of stuff it is a little worrying to me. Like, will this get boring? But at the same time, if like she's just going to use this to circumvent, like give yourself a shortcut, then I'm all for it. And it looks like she doesn't even need to use any sort of she could just jump on her own without like the rock's feather or anything, which is kind of cool. And like if you could just shortcut over things in creative ways, that's pretty cool. I'm not sure how they're gonna. Maybe they'll just restrict movement based on echoes, like they would, certain items. But this is kind of interesting. Like I'm just gonna jump over the map barriers. Because I love, again, the art style is adorable. There, well, she's just winding up a Octorok, and then unleashing destruction on it. You can fly over stuff with like a glider. It's almost kind of like the glider in Tears of the Kingdom. I don't know what this is, but it looks like NPCs might probably play a big role. What's this? Which was kind of similar in Link's Awakening, but you're in Hyrule now. This is kind of cool. This is like some sort of granny beating up people. Oh, they got like some like Mifa looking Zoras in this game, which is pretty interesting. Along with, you know, your traditional Zoras. So I guess it's like men and women. And then I got the Dekus, which I don't think have been in. Maybe they have been.
The fate of the kingdom.
Of course, got the Great Deku Tree, which was like an N64 Zelda type of thing, but now it's here. Very interesting.
Is now in Zelda.
You got the I love the stuff. You can see the big fish in the background there. I love this is like that's like one of the things I just really love about 2D games is seeing like bosses in the background. It's just one of those little things that I always like, where like you're slowly moving through a stage and there's suddenly something creeping in the background. It's done quite a bit, but whenever it's done, it always tickles my fancy, or so to say. And then you got some boss. I'm not sure how the boss fights will work. Unlike whether you'll stop time to choose your echoes. That could be one of the things that kind of, I don't know. That's one of the only things about this game that worries me. Is whether it's going to be really slow paced as you stop, summon an echo, it fights, you stop, summon another echo, stop, summon another echo. Could that get boring? Maybe. But I don't know. But this is, again, really cool game. Really cool looking game. Probably gonna buy it. We'll see when it comes out. It comes out when? September? September 26th? No. Wait, we went too far. Okay. Let's see. All right. September 26th, 2024. So this year. A big game coming out for the Q4. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to buy this because this looks really cool. Always liked top-down Zelda. You know, and the Super Nintendo Links to the Past Zelda was one of the big things. Probably my favorite Zelda of all time. 11 out of 10 will buy. Jack's on board. He's definitely gonna buy it. But very, very cool idea. We'll see how it works out. Overall, really cool concept. I'm slightly worried about how the pace of the game will be, but I think the novelty of it will definitely outweigh any of the potential negatives. Now we get to move on to the next game in this. Well, actually, let me play it. Let me play it in. In this first before I move on to the new Super Mario RPGs. Oh yeah. We'll get to Brothership very soon. First, we gotta go after the flagships here. Look at this research facility. Very interesting looking ship, and oh my god, is it finally here? The iconic sound, Metroid Prime. Got the hunter theme. You can scan. Look at that. You've got your morph ball. Morph ball confirmed, if that was ever a doubt. And then is that Silux? Oh my god. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. Oh wait. I've always forgot there's a second part of this. Let me show you. Then we go from a beautiful landscape. 2025. It'll be here. So let me go back to my program for easier scrubbing to break it down, this trailer. So after what? I don't know when they originally announced Metroid Prime 4. I think it might have been like 7 years ago or some insane amount. It's been stuck in like development hell. I think it was originally being developed for the Wii U or something like that, or the Wii, who knows. But it's finally out on Switch. Finally here. Metroid Prime 4. We go Cosmic Facility. This design on her ship is very different than I remember, but it's been so long since I played a Prime game that I'm always used to the old style Super Metroid ship. Samus jumping in. Cool jump. And this is actually really different than like any Metroid game. You almost never have like an active battlefield style scene with Metroid. It's kind of interesting to see it. And like, even if you look, like there's actual NPCs that are helping you out. You know, you're actually got Federation forces and the space pirates. And that's Samus is almost never I can't even really think of a time when she's fighting with other people. It's almost always solitary. I don't know why you'd scan in the middle of a fight, but you know, they got the scans back in where it's showing you like, oh, he got shot. Here's where he got shot. And the scan stuff was always, you know, it's always optional, but kind of like neat if you want to like dive, depending on how much you want to dive into the Metroid universe. Eternal organ, vital signs weaken, deteriorate. Here's why he's dying. I also think isn't it kind of racist that like if the species is just space pirate? Anamorphology, space pirate. Like, don't they have like an actual name besides that? Like, talk about typecasting. Never relax around space pirates. Of course, got to show off the morph ball, which like you have the. I kind of like the storytelling here, where it's like, they're about to breach. Oh, they're about to breach the breach this door. And the sort of space pirates hanging out, ready to raid. But it is very different than other Metroids. And there they coming in, ready to fight. The combat in Super Metroid. And this of course is the beginning, so it's kind of like a tutorial thing. So I can't expect it to be like super intense, but you know, it looks insanely easy right now. Like these guys can't barely even shoot it. And of course, you have this blowing up, and then the imposing Silux with Metroids. There's Metroids in this game. I thought they were all dead, but here he is, ready to fight Silux from Metroid Prime Hunters. How is this going to affect the story? They don't show a lot of gameplay here, but then they at least show this, and this is sort of like, this is a classic Metroid where you're exploring some like lush abandoned world. Where this looks quite beautiful. the sort of alien life. 2025. Which is why this is what I've always kind of liked Metroid. You have that sort of like alien world that can be, very beautiful, but like dangers sort of like lurk beneath, behind the brush. So you always have to be careful. Really nice, some sort of giant tree. This is obviously coming out in 2025. I have to wonder whether this is going to be Switch or Switch 2. I assume it is going to be Switch, but maybe it'll also be available on Switch 2, or maybe there's no difference between, Switch or Switch 2. It's hard to say, like, if it's going to be completely backwards compatible with the Switch. Some people are speculating that, and it obviously would mean you'd have access to a humongous library right off the bat. So it seems like a good move, but it's hard to say. 2025 coming out. Because I believe X and Y are the new... Maybe they haven't announced Pokemon Legends. Give me 1 second while Pokemon Legends ZA. It says it will launch 2025, which, speculative, but it also mentioned systems, if you remember in the announcement trailer, where it said, systems. And the official, let me bring it up. Was that on the trailer? But racing simultaneously worldwide. I forget where it mentioned systems, but the Pokemon Legends trailer mentions it's available for Nintendo Switch. Sorry, I'm just scrubbing through to see if maybe not. Oh, well, I can't find it, but I do remember it mentioning systems, which kind of indicated like maybe it's going to be on both the Switch and the Switch 2. Hey, good morning, Deborah. Good to see you. But this was very cool. This is the other announcement. Jack mentioned Mario and Luigi Brothership. I love the shell-shaded the sort of graphical style that they have for this game is very cool. Very similar to the old Mario and Luigi games, which is like an RPG style game that focuses a lot on action. I played, I think, the first one. I don't know if I really played the ones beyond it. But they always have a really cool... This almost looks like 3D. But I mean, you have like this combat and the animations look really cool. I think that's really the draw of Mario and Luigi game. So this one seems to definitely focus really on the 3D, and then of course there's some puzzle solving aspects with Mario and Luigi. We have to sort of balance between A and B, with like A being Mario, B being Luigi. And they're flying off into They always have like these sort of nonsensical designs and characters. Like you see these people. I guess a lot of it seems to focus on electricity. This time around, with like everything, it seems to have like different plugs, and this is like you can see his hair is like a, I don't know, adapter, but like an audio plug of some sort. I always like these double team attacks. And then you can defend at the right time. So the combat's always pretty interesting too. Rather than like, a traditional RPG where like you have to jump, so you have to jump over these attacks. Where typical turn-based where you just take turns. These are always very active. Seem to have a lot of platforming puzzles too. Princess Peach is in it too. And Bowser. And some weird, mysterious villain. This looks like Strikers. And then it's called Brothership because like they're brothers, but also there's a ship in it. That's Nintendo naming at its finest. God, this is the Brothership. It is. I love the pun. It's corny as hell, but it's pretty fun. Mario Luigi. It's not a. I haven't really played a lot of them. I did enjoy the first one. It's like I have to be in the mood for an RPG in order to play RPGs right now. So whether I get this or not kind of depends if I'm in the mood for it. But it does look fun, and I guess there was some controversy since they won't say who the developer is, and then other people are kind of like worried, like, you know, it looks good for me. Like all of this looks really good, really solid. But I don't know. I guess some people are concerned over the developer in terms of like the overall quality. But from this preview, looks like all the elements are kind of here. And that really pretty looking game. Nice sort of shell-shaded graphics. The combat looks pretty interesting. You know, kind of standard Mario and Luigi fare. So, yeah, as long as it's Sweet Baby Studios, exactly. I don't see any ugly women in this yet, so that's a plus. Looks really promising for a Mario and Luigi game. Got to bring it into the 3D. From the handheld systems. I can't remember the last Mario and Luigi game, but I don't know if it was on DS or not, but looks good. This is the other thing on the other like Pacific game that I thought was pretty. It was on the 3DS. Okay, thanks, Jack. We got a Mario RPG expert in the chat. Oh, it was a remake. Oh goodness, my Diablo source. Maybe Diablo Sour Dave Tort. Nah, I like Diablo. I actually liked Diablo 4. I probably put like 60 hours into that game. So it wasn't too bad. But obviously wasn't for a Diablo game. I guess it wasn't really up to snuff compared to like Diablo 2, but I like Diablo 4. I thought it was fun for what it was. Well, this is the next game. Honestly, with RPGs, I'm always worried like the time investment you have to put into it in order to beat the game, and just certain elements. I don't know. I just can't get into it anymore. I don't know why. There's something about it. I need to press. Maybe my ADHD. I need to press buttons constantly. This was the other game that I thought was actually really interesting that I don't know if I'm going to play this one, but the idea of like an HD 2D remake is what interests me. The time is nigh. And of course, Dragon Quest, an iconic franchise.
Journey with allies to face the Archfiend on an epic adventure. Memorable encounters, perplexing challenges,
Perplexing, yeah. Pushing a rock.
Formidable monsters await. An iconic RPG remade in HD 2D.
HD 2. There's just something about the term HD 2D that just bothers me.
Forge your own path.
It's just maybe it's just the marketing of it. I'm like, what the fuck? HD 2D.
The legacy begins. Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake. Available November 14th.
This is coming out this year too. For your Q4, baby. Hey, how's it going, Nuke? Good to see you. And then, so there's another. You can get the entire trilogy because there's another HD 3D remake coming out later. But I don't have the. I don't have this. This is like they did this with like Octopath Traveler as well. And I'm always like, in one way, like I really like how the sprite work looks. It's almost like jarring to have the 2D and the 3D together. And like the way they walk it, they got the Tokyo Metropolitan Symphony Orchestra. Man, beautiful, beautiful sounds. The way they're like walking through the environment, and they can have like the lamp. And one way it's like really good. The other way I'm just like, something about it that like this again, this like looks beautiful in terms of the graphics. There just is something a little bit weird. Though I will say, when I look at when it actually turns into the combat, like the enemy sprite work looks really really cool. I love the animations on the sprites. It almost makes me wish the entire thing was in 2D.
Memorable encounters.
But then again, like maybe that just can't be done, or like the fact that it's in 3D, you can really change the angles, and with the 2D, you can just have them like this. So there's something to be said about it being in 3D that allows them to do memorable puzzles. That always gets. Oh yeah, I actually heard they're making a remake of Final Fantasy Tactics, but that's just a rumor. Perplexing challenges. It's like a guy pushing a rock. Yes, very, very perplexing. Thank you. We've never seen that done before in an RPG.
And for
like, well, the combat will actually like upscale it, and they have it like this. I think that looks really good. And there was a I don't know what this is, but like the animation here, there was a guy that did another video. I just didn't bring it up, but like this looks the combat looks really cool in terms of like the animations in it, because it's like just facing one way. I thought they also made a remake for mobile. Oh, Tactics? Maybe. I mean, they're definitely, Square Enix has definitely moved into the mobile space quite a bit. So it is a big market. So I could definitely see them doing it. But I assume the remake. Would be for the bigger systems, but could be wrong.
RPG remade in HD
War of Lions. Okay. Yeah, the environments look pretty though. I really do like the sprite work, and like this animation where where she hugs him is really nice. I love the old 16-bit graphics. But
the legacy.
It is interesting, very interesting title. I don't know if I'll play it. I was never a huge Dragon Quest guy, but the idea of the HD 3D remake, just something about it just really nags at me. HD 2D remake. We got the HD high def and 2-dimensional remake. It bothers me. But there is also, let's go to the Nintendo Direct. There was some. This was actually, I think, kind of a cool idea. Almost like kind of a weird idea. Nintendo World Championship NES edition.
Of the Nintendo World Championships is heading to the Nintendo Switch system. Take on over 150 speedrunning challenges from across 13
speed
NES
run the
games.
game. I don't think this will be a very good game, but I think it's a very interesting game.
Fast beats,
It better, like, if they come out with this, it better be cheap. That's all I can say.
action-packed battles.
Because I mean, like, these, it does kind of look like fun. Like, oh, how can I can kind of do like these little mini games, challenges, you know, from really from classic games. And they actually have online leaderboards. So if you really like speedrunning, I could definitely see this being a cool game to try. I know a lot of people like the sort of battle royale style, like F-Zero type of things, or Super Mario. It is, yeah. It does definitely remind me of WarioWare. By the way, hello, Filipino working at CVS. Didn't say hi to you.
In challenges.
All right.
Like completing Super Mario Brothers in one go using warp pipes.
Oh, yeah, so like they give you, like, you can measure your previous runs. Go for a personal best in Mario. That's kind of cool.
Legend challenge? Check out classified
They got tips to you.
information for handy tips and tricks to help you improve.
You're
Put
saying
your skills to the test in survival mode, where you'll race against ghost data of players worldwide. After each round, half of the players
Ghost
will
data.
be eliminated.
Nice.
You've only got one shot to survive. Will you be the last one standing?
That's like this kind of challenge stuff looks pretty fun. Oh, it's coming out July 18th.
World Championships NES edition.
NES
launches on
edition.
Nintendo Switch.
No, but it's
July
a,
18th.
kind of a cool idea. It's not my cup of tea, but I do like the idea of, like, oh, I could race, you know, in some of these classic NES games against, you know, Ghost Data, or try and like make my best run possible of certain
Pre-orders for the digital version are available now on Nintendo
certain
eShop.
parts, but I don't know how much. Oh, let me check if they mention the World Championship NES edition. What the price is? Oh, it's $60. Yeah, that's shit. I would never play. Oh wait, this NES edition. Yeah, World Championship NES. They're actually gonna charge you $60 for this game. I mean, the physical copy actually looks pretty cool. They got a bunch of stuff inside of it, but the game itself, like, they got like a classic Nintendo. What is this, like this isn't like limited run shit, is it? It kind of looks like a limited run games release, but $60 is just too much. Is the digital version? Oh, let me look up the digital version right here. I mean, like, let's see. Let me bring it up so you can see what I'm. Let me share. Like, this is, you know, we got this big old cart, and then, you know, have like stuff like mouse over this. Let's expand this. Yeah. Where you got like, oh, a classic's got a like NES Zelda gold plated like the old Zeldas, and different like books and some sort of stuff. Replica game pack not playable. Guys, you can't stick it in your Nintendo system. Actually, I wanted to see more of the physical copy stuff, but $60, that's too much. Digital, it's a digital download. Is that cheap? Is that less money? Oh, okay. $30. Okay. Let's see. Bring this up. So the digital version is only $30. Okay. So that's not too bad. Not too bad. I wouldn't, you know, $30. So like I guess you can get the physical version, which has all the stuff in it, for $60. So if you want like a collector edition of it, all right, you got to pay double the amount. But the digital version is only $30. I could see that. That's not too bad. It's not too bad. I can see people enjoying that. I probably won't play it, but I can definitely see the speedrunning type really enjoying it. I would have, if I could get my Switch, I would, dang it, why can't I read? I hate these stupid things. I would have the light edition. I would, but I have the light edition. Oh, okay. Oh, you're thinking, oh, so the Switch Lite can't connect to the laptop? I see. Because, it doesn't have like an HDMI port like the regular Switch. Pixel Jack at Nintendo. You make it a gaming channel, Jack? That'd be pretty cool. Let's see. Let me go back to the Direct. The light can't be. Oh, damn, that sucks. That definitely sucks. So this NES World I thought that was an interesting idea. Kind of an interesting way to bring your old, a new spin on some of the old classics. There's like a bunch of Among Us. Oh, yeah. A bunch of other stuff. Donkey Kong Country Returns, they announced. HD.
Originally released on the Wii system, is barreling onto Nintendo's
I'm not going to talk a
Switch
huge...
in
I like Donkey Kong Country Returns.
HD. The villainous Tiki Tak tribe has hypnotized the local wildlife and stolen Donkey Kong's precious banana horn.
Not my bananas. I always love the soundtrack on Donkey Kong
Obstacles
Country.
in the way? Just stomp them. Pound them.
And that looks like it's a beautiful looking game. The fact that they did such a good job on the backgrounds and stuff is really...
for these top bananas. From Manic Minecarts.
You can just tell by looking at the game how alive the stages feel, which I think is really cool.
And even hitching a ride on Rambi. There are plenty of transportation methods available. Pass a Joy-Con controller to a buddy for 2-player local co-op.
Oh yeah, you can play at the same time. Like if you look at that, the silhouette stage, the one where I get just a silhouette was really cool. Dang. Scrub backwards. I can't bring it. I can't scrub to it again. But it was a really pretty game.
From the Nintendo 3DS version.
And they also have levels from 3DS. That's a really cool. I don't know if I'm gonna play it, but it does look really nice. It's a potential. It's a potential one. Love me some Donkey Kong Country. Oh, Luigi's Mansion 2 HD. See, I didn't like Luigi's Mansion 2. It's probably my least favorite of the Luigi Mansions game. Because, like, the ghosts, they wouldn't like these style ghosts instead of, ghosts that were, ghosts that were actual, like, people. One of the things I liked about the original Luigi's Mansion was, like, the ghosts felt like people that were, like, in a haunted house. And them going with the more like generic style ghosts, I think you lose a little bit of the fun of it.
Filled with goofy ghosts, tricky traps, and other supernatural shenanigans. Luigi's Mansion 2 HD launches on Nintendo Switch June 27th. Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo eShop.
Good old Luigi Metal Slug Reloaded. This was actually, they got announced. I was like, look, Metal Slug, I like this, but then it's like a tower defense. That was apparently a gacha game that they sort of like decided, let's make it not gacha and just release it. Well, kind of neat. Looks kind of neat, but not my thing. And then you have the
classic titles are on the way.
The titles they announced are amazing. 4 Swords. I loved 4 Swords.
Play Link's classic 16-bit adventure and team up online to explore randomized dungeons in The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past 4 Swords.
If you got like 4 people to play with, always fun playing it with my family. The Zero Mission,
Experience
awesome,
the remake of Samus's first adventure in
awesome
Metroid
game.
Zero Mission.
Zero Suit was. I think this might have been when they
Plus, coming to
first
the new
had
Nintendo
Zero Suit
64,
Samus.
Nintendo Switch Online mature,
Mature
17 collection
17
of
plus.
games. Brave the dangerous
Never
lost
played
land to
Turok.
stop the campaigners' nefarious schemes in Turok,
Dinosaur Hunter.
And
Of course, you got a classic from Rare, Perfect Dark. Releasing it now, of course, probably to hype up
infiltrate a corporation to end their
Perfect
alien
Dark on
conspiracy.
the
Perfect Dark, now with online multiplayer.
Xbox.
All four
Oh, it has
games
online.
will be
I didn't notice it has online multiplayer too. If you wanted to, I guess you could do that with. I'm sure Conker's Bad Fur Day is eventually going to come out on it. You could, I guess you could do that with GoldenEye too. Though maybe we were just playing it local. I can't remember.
available for Nintendo Switch
I hate
Online.
like if you go back and play GoldenEye, I hate the fucking controls on it. It's so bad. Like once you get used to like dual stick like aiming from like Halo, it's like I don't want to go back.
Plus expansion pack members later today.
I don't want to go back. Hold hard to aim. Yeah, exactly.
Set sail to
I loved the original Phantom
save
Brave.
the day.
This is actually quite different. Looks quite
This
different.
is Verona, a young woman with the ability
This was like I went through a phase where I loved NIS games, Nippon Ichi Software games like Disgaea 2. This was Phantom Brave was kind of a different, slightly different RPG, but I always enjoyed it.
communicate with phantoms.
The artwork and the soundtracks of the game were very cool.
Join her on a journey to save her friend Ash.
I don't know if I'll play this game though. I love the
In this new installment in the Phantom Brave
nothing like
series.
dubs, but I mean it's really pretty. I like the highly saturated, like storybook style graphics. And this is a more of a strategy game. Of course, NIS Software known for Disgaea, they like the sort of strategy
Take
style
on
games,
Tactical turn-based battles
turn-based.
where you
strategy.
combine the phantoms you befriended with objects in various ways.
Oh yeah, very similar. They have that anime aesthetic too.
Combine phantoms with certain objects to maneuver them. Combine with a cannon to attack a large area. A fan to blow enemies around. Or combine with Marona herself for show-stopping abilities that can turn the tide of battle. Phantom Brave, the Lost
Very,
Hero,
very anime.
launches on Nintendo Switch next year.
It comes out next year. Oh, this was actually a lot of people really like
This
this.
one's gonna take you for a ride. 7 arcade games featuring Marvel and Capcom characters are fighting their way onto Nintendo Switch as one collection. Clash in X-Men vs. Street Fighter. Duke it out in Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
The classic
Age of
Marvel
Heroes.
vs. Capcom.
Take down the Kingpin. in the
Punisher
new
is
life-size
really some like guys that really like old school beat 'em ups. Really enjoyed the
World of
Punisher.
and more.
So I had a lot of different Children of Adam superheroes. Of course, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, probably probably one of the biggest games on there. A beloved classic.
Hit up training mode to polish your fighting skills and combos.
Got the combo.
Select online mode to challenge rivals around the world.
I mean, you can play it. You can play it online. Marvel vs. Capcom online. I don't know how their netcode will be, so hard to see.
Or play co-op in the
Oh.
Punisher.
Being able to play co-op,
Also
co-op online is actually pretty cool.
cross over to the museum to view artwork or listen to music from each game.
No, the classic. I want to take for.
Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection Arcade Classics launches on Nintendo Switch this
Any game can be brought back. Exactly. Of course, there is like some technical stuff that you need to work out. Because honestly, I was playing Sonic, trying to play Sonic Adventure 2 on the Steam, and I'm almost broke something. It's so frustrating to try and just play a game with a controller on Steam sometimes, depending on the port, is a nightmare.
This year.
It can be done very badly. I hate Mario Party. Mario Party is the worst. I always get robbed in these games and want to rage uncontrollably. The amount of times that I've been in the lead just to have my stars stolen at the end, I hate Mario Party. Just hate that game, the entire franchise. This entire franchise is meant to destroy your controllers. It's a conspiracy that Nintendo makes up to sell more controllers. I'm convinced. I'm absolutely convinced.
Compete against your rivals. And aim for first place.
I've played Mario Party. I have nothing but bad memories of Mario Party. Well, I have no idea what this is. Is this like a 20-person?
Also,
Oh, they love battle royales.
up to 20 players can go head-to-head online in the Coupathlon mode.
Oh boy.
Compete against your rivals and aim for first place.
This does seem
Try your best to come out on top.
it's like we gotta like Fall Guys. We gotta Fall Guys Mario Party here. That's kind of a cool idea.
Wait, there are even more new modes? The biggest Mario Party yet will soon be underway when the Super Mario Party Jamboree game launches on the Nintendo Switch system October.
There's some interesting ideas here, but I hate Mario Party so much. Hate it. So there's so many so many memories of rage playing with my family. This was the tale of this was a game I looked at and like, man, this looks boring as fuck.
Quiet corner of Middle Earth can be yours.
But I guess it's meant to be
Customize your appearance.
like a.
Decorate your home. And
There's
set
actually a story on this. Let's see, from Dual Shockers, where like this was inspired by COVID. You know, when like Animal Crossing was like a huge thing. Everyone like was like locked up and then stressed out because. I'm not going to get into my thoughts on government agencies and intentionally making people more stressed out, but
settle into life
let's
in the
not go down
Shire.
that path. But
As a newcomer to the little haven of Bywater,
you just walk
you can
around.
befriend your neighbors, work together to solve problems, and even share a meal or three.
This kind of looks like a game made for women. That's my thought on it.
Explore, garden, fish,
Which isn't a bad thing. Some people like, it's just like the nice like hang out and do stuff type
forage,
of
and
game.
cook. The best way to build a Hobbit community is by hosting a dinner party with your homemade dishes. Plus, you can trade with your neighbors for unique decorations or special ingredients for even tastier meals. Friendly hobbits and familiar faces.
Whoa, is
await
that
your arrival
Gandalf?
when Tales of the Shire.
Tales of the Shire. This one just kind of stood out because of that. Then they got Ace Attorney collections. Shit. Was there another one? No, it was Metroid Prime. That I particularly wanted to talk about. There was an interesting story that came out about apparently there was leakers. Rumors dry up as video game leakers face a reckoning. Where this is by Jason from Bloomberg by Jason Schreier. But apparently there's been they've had a lot of problems with leakers, but I think last week social media named Poro had spent the last year popping up Nintendo's marketing events that would post an obscure teaser. It was buttoned up. I guess apparently he might have leaked leaked it. Let's see, but Pyro was unclear. They quiet ahead of this week's Direct, saying he didn't expect many big, and saying that they didn't. They were subsequently proven wrong when the company showed new Mario, Zelda, and Metro games. Apparently, the guy who was getting leaked from was like a back-end website guy for Nintendo. Then it came with a twist. Several observers, led by Reset Era poster DG Game Master, began to realize, in contrast to the previous announcements, these new surprises did not have pre-seeded web pages on Nintendo Store. They followed the breadcrumbs and realized that Pyro's previous leaks had all involved games that were set to go live on Nintendo's website as soon as they were announced. Games that were not only put on the store after the Nintendo Direct were not leaked by Pyro Piroro in advance. I'm not saying. It appeared that the access had been on Nintendo's web's backend, and the account information was limited to what was available there. So this guy might, Nintendo may be sort of dialing in on this guy that was leaking. I reached out to try and clarify this over the direct message. I'm not sure how they obtained their information, that the backend theory was a reasonable guess. This also led a mysterious rumor mongering to get knocked off of the pedestal. Another ex-user who went by the handle Midori came out as claimed to be a Japanese woman, blah, blah, blah. Well, that's kind of interesting that that the leaker might have actually just been a back-end guy on their website, putting stuff on their website and then leaking it to another guy. So they might, and of course the guy leaking it may be getting fired soon, as they kind of seems like they might be figuring out where it's coming from, which not good for that guy. This is the sort of last thing I guess I'll cover, since it's basically been an hour, but this was just so awful. This was a post showing off. This is from the new Player's Handbook, and this looks so awful. Good Lord. This was just a post about it. Let's go over by Mayo Jave Reborn. I think it was a YouTuber who suggested that RP and TTRP has changed since an influx of people joined the hobby. Role-playing as such has vanished. One does not play a fundamentally different person, but instead prefer to explore themselves by playing some perceived aspect of their personality. See, I don't necessarily agree with that. I think it was always... I think even like the characters you end up playing that you want to play involve part of your personality, but it's not necessarily like it's just me but slightly different. It's like, kind of like an aspect, like a darker repressed aspect of your personality that you want to role play as, because that's kind of the fun of role playing, is you get to sort of become somebody that you couldn't normally be, put on like a different mask and kind of be that person. It's just, fun to play. This focus on self-exploration rather than playing some other person has obviously changed the game. So this is why I don't necessarily agree with it, but I think it does kind of touch on something. Thus we get things like D&D Strixhaven campaign with mechanics for what a hot mess college life can be. And like this part, I agree that I really dislike how they're kind of destroying. They're trying to make it too much like modern culture, rather than focusing on the sort of timeless parts of I don't know what we're at, like sort of like the timeless sort of themes of humanity, which is a real headline. Look it up. These people are, a lot of newcomers aren't interested in being someone else, but more like an alternate or exaggerated version of what they think they already are. The new art direction of Wizard of the Coast D&D is as much a reflection of this sort of player, but also the sort of person who now makes up the creative teams are driving the show, at least in the corporate world. Thus, all fantasy products will just be America right now, but with magic, kind of. Which I agree with. Like, let's go over here to Photoshop, and let me bring this. Make sure this. Okay, we got everything in this. To look at this, and if you could see on the screen here, we have. Where's my zoom? I'm really good with Photoshop, by the way, guys. Where is my zoom? Oh, here we go. So if we zoom in, let's enhance, computer enhance. You can see this guy has a sort of beard on his tattoo. And then this guy, probably you've already known, indicated by the nice arrows here. See, this guy's beard right here has another beard tattoo, and they match each other. So, seeming to indicate that these are gay dwarves, which matching tattoos of each other, because Apparently they're gay. Yeah, this is exactly what I want from my dwarves here. And they're cooking. They've got a cat, sandals. This guy's wearing sandals here. Got the cat, you got sandals, and he's baking some sort of baked good for his some sort of gay dwarven bakery here. Yes. Awesome. Nothing, the gruff, tough dwarf, the in the mines greeting for, riches and treasure and making some sort of artifacts of some sort. I guess you do have a guy, maybe this guy's making artifacts, maybe he's making some sort of, butt plug, who knows, for his gay friends. Maybe that's what dwarves do now in this D&D. But instead of make so, but it doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop there, folks, because we also have, this apparently some sort of, maybe this is supposed to be some sort of elvish town, but instead of the sort of ethereal titanium blonde elves, we have downtown Portland farmers market here, where everyone's a different color. Holy shit. Look at this shit. Green Chinese woman. This is a fucking green Chinese woman. It's so fucking obvious too. Gone are the white Aryan people. We have green Chinese woman. Apparently an elf, maybe. I don't know what race this person is, but there's clearly Chinese features, or Asian features. And here we go. Of course, we've got this woman with a giant fucking nose. Who knows what she's supposed to be? She's pink. This person's purple. We of course have the gay black guy, doing some sort of magic. Okay, looking black dude singing a random, who knows, androgynous people with a kid, a dark elf maybe. Who knows? Every single person's a different color. Every single person in this picture is a different color. I don't know what race. I don't know where this is supposed to be or what race of folk this is supposed to represent. I think they're all elves of some sort. Cleopatra was green. Yes, exactly. This is new art. This is fantasy here. Instead of, usually like the Lord of the Rings elves, like, oh man, this is like some sort of like guarded, untouchable race of these like heavenly beings that, exist outside of time. But now it's, again, like I said, downtown Portland hipster farmers market. You got someone doing art here. You've got everybody's a different color and a different culture of some sort. Different cultural representation. Yeah, this is fantasy, guys. Real high fantasy right here. And this is the direction that D&D is taking, and the people that make D&D are literally killing this game. This is ugly. There's no other way to describe it. Like, it's well drawn, but the direction is hideous. This is hideous. No, just there's nothing here. Again, it is real. Like, to what the other person in the tweet said, this is real life. This is real life downtown hipster market with just sort of like fantasy painted on. Here's some pointed ears. We just gave people pointed ears and different colored skin. But this is basically, just go downtown with a bunch of hippies and you'll find this shit. But let's move. This, of course, is orcs, too. Orcs, that barbaric, brutal race of evil. It's sort of like the creation of an evil god. No. We've gotten rid of this. We now have Bull Dyke. We now have the sort of Bull Dyke lesbian lady here. Here we go. We got her with an axe. And, the typical side haircut. Everyone loves the side haircut nowadays. Strong woman side haircut. Height of fantasy. I love this guy, too. good-looking Mexican orc that's kind of looking at inspecting his some sort of berry from a cactus. Sort of Antonio Banderas type of Hispanic guy, chiseled guy here. Like, ooh, very nice cactus here. Nothing. So apparently now they're Indians of some sort. You got a fat lady here with an eagle. They're now like Native American / Mexican type of wanderers. Little kid's got a poncho here and he's smiling. Yeah, this is exactly what orcs are right here. They're just Aboriginal type of misunderstood race of people. This is really great. Yeah, I want to be part of this world where no one's evil apparently. No race is evil, no race is brutal or sort of has that kind of brute where not very intelligent, but sort of in a way more animalistic. Everyone's got it's so ugly. It is so fucking ugly. Last picture was, of course, you got to have a guy in a wheelchair and people that look like Harry Potter, Chuny cosplayers here. I got my gun in a wheelchair. Stephen Hawking reborn as an elf. He's ready to shoot some people. Magic. Guys, magic. This is really, really cool. Probably the least offensive of all those pictures I showed you, honestly. Least offensive of it, but still doesn't really scream fantasy to me. But on that note, yeah, this is just so bad. Why? What are they doing? What are they doing to D&D right now? The people that I hope Wizards of the Coast goes out of business. They can't go out of business fast enough. Please die, Wizards of the Coast. Let someone else take over this IP. Gary Gygax is, if he's dead, which I'm not sure he is, he's probably rolling in his grave right now. This looks so ugly. This is so ugly. But anyway, guys, that's it for the I hate to end it on a more of a sour note, but this looks cool. These games look really cool. These are cool video games. Cool video games. I'll put Zelda on the screen. Beautiful, fun graphics here for us to enjoy. But that's it for the podcast, guys. Hope you enjoy it. I'll be redirecting to Rule Zero. Sorry, not Rule Zero. Post Zero, where we're going to be talking about this guy was being dragged for leaving a hot e-girl to focus on video games, his video game career. So it's definitely right up my alley. Video games. So we'll be redirecting to that. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to like and subscribe. Support the channel. I got channel memberships. If you want to join in channel memberships, support the channel. But that's it. That's it, guys. Hope you enjoy your week. And I will see you again next Sunday. Goodbye.